right now at 7.
A mother killed right in front of an East Bay Middle School. Late-breaking details just coming in.
The area they were in was not a prohibited area that they could not ski in, but it is definitely an advanced area for skiers.
The deadly avalanche rocking a popular Tahoe resort just hours after a strong winter storm. The question tonight, were there warning signs?
And I know Ski Patrol will do an investigation into that.
He's had a great season.
Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers looks back at Jimmy G's younger years.
Obviously, he can afford to put hundreds in that betting machine now.
It's sickened over 40 people so far, 2 of whom have died.
Plus a new travel warning tonight at SFO because of a deadly virus. What's being done to keep it from spreading here?
I don't want the virus to affect my family or myself.
And we begin tonight with breaking news in East Oakland. Police investigating a hit-and-run crash that left a mother dead outside Elmhurst Middle School. It happened just before 3:30 as students were going home for the day. Police say a driver hit the victim and then sped off. The suspect's vehicle is described as a newer model white Nissan Maxima with front-end damage. Also right now on the KPIX-5 News at 7 and streaming on CBS and Bay Area, a deadly avalanche at a popular Lake Tahoe ski resort. Good evening. I'm Veronica Dela Cruz.
And I'm Ken Bastida. KPIX-5's Don Lynn talked to some skiers about the rugged terrain where it happened, and he's at Alpine Meadows for us tonight.
Alpine Meadows shut down 3 hours ago, but it was very busy, packed earlier in the day. A lot of folks taking advantage of the fresh powder and the 3-day holiday weekend. They were all very sad to learn an avalanche killed an experienced skier.
We've been skiing here for over 30 years.
Authorities say the avalanche took place in an area called the Subway Ski Run, a place few skiers go.
It's definitely an expert area to ski. It's never groomed. There's lots of trees.
Rough terrain, and really you need to have a lot of skiing capability.
Just before 10:30 this morning, witnesses saw 2 people skiing down the hillside when the avalanche occurred. Authorities say it killed 34-year-old Cole Comstock. His Facebook page shows pictures of him skiing down steep slopes. The Placer County Sheriff's Department says the experienced skier lived about an hour and a half north of the Alpine Meadows Ski Resort.
The area they were in was not a prohibited area that they could not ski in.
Ski Patrol rescued the man skiing with Comstock. They say the survivor has severe lower body injuries.
Unfortunately, when you get conditions like this, there's always a risk of avalanche and avalanche danger.
Authorities don't believe anyone is missing. They used tools, including this dog, to look for survivors and people buried in the snow. The storm yesterday dumped about 2 feet of snow at Alpine Meadows. Resort officials say workers performed avalanche mitigation work before opening this morning.
And I know Ski Patrol will do an investigation into that. However, most avalanches are either caused by obviously either environmental or human triggers. And considering witnesses saw him skiing down, you can probably draw a conclusion from there.
The death cast a somber mood at the large resort.
We've been talking about this all day and how we need to be safe and how we feel for the families that have been most impacted by this.
This type of incident is extremely rare. The last time it happened at this resort, 1982, an avalanche killed 7 people. At the Alpine Meadows Ski Resort, I'm Don Lynn, KPIX-5.
We just received this photo of Cole Comstock and his wife, Caitlin. Caitlin Comstock sent it with a statement. It said in part, and I'm quoting here, he loved skiing and loved living life. He deeply loved his friends, his family, and above all else, his wife. He supported everyone with his heart and was a true example of unconditional love, end quote. You can stay with KPIX-5 and KPIX.com. We'll continue to follow any new developments with the story. Switching gears now, stage is set tonight for Sunday's NFC Championship game at Levi's Stadium.
Yeah, it's going to be Jimmy Garoppolo against Aaron Rodgers. Today, Jimmy G was mobbed by reporters in the locker room.
What's it like being in the spotlight right now?
I don't know. You know, it's part of the gig. You know, comes with the job, I guess.
As for Aaron Rodgers, he told a little story today about when he met Jimmy G while Jimmy was Tom Brady's backup in New England.
I remember teasing him as a young player when he was putting 20s into the machine, and everybody else was putting hundreds. Obviously, he can afford to put hundreds in that betting machine now. But he's had a great season. You know, he's really smart and accurate, tough, and it'd be a fun matchup.
All right, let's check in now with Sports Director Dennis O'Donnell. He has more on that big game. He is live at Levi's Stadium for us tonight. Hey, Dennis.
Hey, Veronica, Ken, this will be the 8th time the 49ers and Packers have met in the postseason, once producing one of the great playoff games in NFL history. We've seen it many times. Steve Young to Terrell Owens for a last-second touchdown to beat Green Bay in 1999. It was called Catch 2, and it broke a streak of 3 straight playoff losses to the Packers and helped stifle rumors that head coach Mike Holmgren could take Steve Mariucci's job as the head coach. Mooch relived that nervous period today at his home.
If he comes in and beats the Niners again, maybe he becomes the next head coach. So, and you're so focused as a coach, you don't worry about that stuff, but your family does, and your friends do, and your coaching staff may. So that there was a little added pressure right there. We better win this game, or we might be selling tie-dye shirts on Telegraph Avenue or something. I don't know.
I did not know that was an issue for you.
It's an issue.
Yeah, Steve on the hot seat until he beat Green Bay. Ken, Veronica, look at that field. You remember the days when people wondered if this dirt could hold a good football field? I've never seen Levi Stadium turf look better than it does right now. More from my interview with Mooch coming up at the bottom of the hour on our NFC Championship special. 49er preview. Vern Glenn will join me. And it's cold out here. We're going to warm it up at the bottom of the hour. Ken,
what's
Veronica,
the old saying, Dennis? Winning fixes everything. It even makes the field look a little greener. Yeah.
All's well right now at Levi Stadium. We'll see you about the rest on Sunday.
All right, we'll see you at the live special at 7:30. Thanks, Dennis. For more on the NFC Championship, you can check out KPIX.com/49ers. Stay updated on the team's playoff run.
A kidnapped 14-year-old girl rescued after her friends used Snapchat to find her location in San Jose. Police say the victim's attackers drugged and sexually assaulted her in Capitola and then drove her to the Easy 8 motel in San Jose. She sent a message to friends over Snapchat who used the Snap map to find her and call 911. Police found the girl and arrested 3 suspects. An expert says that the victim's quick thinking might have saved her life.
It's very precise. It's to few feet. I tested that in many times. I say that it's even the location in the building, inside the building. This one is a way for finding friends. This smart girl, what she have done, they used that one to save her life.
Santa Cruz police have now detained a man accused of kidnapping his 1-year-old daughter. The girl now safely back with her grandmother after an hours-long standoff. Officers surrounded a Santa Cruz apartment earlier this afternoon and negotiated with the suspect before taking him into custody.
Tonight, a deadly and mysterious new virus from China prompting serious health concerns at SFO. KPIX-5's Andrea Borba live with the extra precautions that are being taken to keep that virus from spreading. Andrea?
Well, Ken, we are talking about infectious screening protocol here at SFO. We have not seen it here at this airport or around the U.S. since the Ebola outbreak. Prepare for longer waits in customs at SFO, JFK, and LAX as doctors from the Centers for Disease Control enter the post-flight fray, looking for novel coronavirus.
They're going to begin screening passengers arriving from Wuhan, China, beginning this evening.
This virus is believed to have originated at a fish market in Wuhan. Dr. William Schaffner, an infectious disease specialist from Vanderbilt, says the passengers will fill out a questionnaire and have their temperature taken. Both the SARS and MERS were forms of coronavirus.
Capable of causing serious lung disease. It's sickened over 40 people so far, 2 of whom have died.
There are 3 direct flights a week from Wuhan to SFO, each with 150 passengers on board, and a handful of other passengers not flying direct. They will all have to be screened for this strain of the virus, which is largely still a mystery to scientists.
We don't really know yet whether this virus can be spread from person to person. We think it may have happened a couple of times already. So we don't want people coming into this country suddenly spreading it to people in their homes or at work, wherever they're going.
Those who have been through customs at SFO say the additional screening will be a pain, but necessary.
It's very important to be able to screen out any type of viruses, especially airborne or anything that's coming into the country. I just wish that we figure out a better system to do it.
Now, the first flight from Wuhan to the United States under these new protocols lands at JFK in New York tonight. There is another flight that lands here at SFO tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon. It's expected that this protocol will be in place for at least 2 weeks and could possibly expand to 4 more airports. Ken, Veronica?
All right, Andrea, thank you.
Thanks, Andrea.
Coming up next, the scary Bay Area burglary that had one homeowner taking no chances. What happened after he grabbed his gun?
Plus, it's an ambitious plan to move dozens of Bay Area homeless campers into some new cabins. The challenge tonight to get the neighbors on board.
They're very angry about this. They think that the city has not done their diligent work of looking for more spots.
And how clean is BART to you? Wait until you hear what presidential hopeful Michael Bloomberg had to say after he took a ride for himself.
All that, plus we are looking far into the future, the extended forecast, and seeing our next chance of rain in the Bay Area. We'll have the details when we come back.
A North Bay homeowner not afraid to use his gun when he encounters a burglar breaking into his home.
The homeowner told police he heard someone breaking a window and then opened fire in the direction of the intruder. San Rafael police set up a perimeter around the home on San Marino Drive, but never found the suspect.
Somebody had broken a window, and then he had taken a firearm, and he had taken shots off at the suspect. It appears that nobody was hit. We're still searching for the suspect.
The suspect may have been driving a silver station wagon.
Brian Hackney alongside, well, I'm already looking toward the weekend. You know, I'm kind of...
Well, that's about time.
Look at it. It's only a couple hours away.
Right? It is only
I
a
don't
few
think
hours
Ken's
away.
the only one.
No, and
There
I've
are
got
plenty of us.
Got a pretty good weekend on tap for you, too. If you like drier weather, that's on the way. It's not exactly going to warm up, but that's January for you as we overlook. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful shot? From Sutro over the city of San Francisco, City Hall, bottom left, and the old back-to-back suspension towers of the Bay Bridge over there to right center. Right now, Concord is at 46 degrees. It will be chilly tonight if you're out and about. Livermore's down to 43. San Francisco, 51. We'll be down to 34 in Santa Rosa. Not quite freezing, but will certainly be in the vicinity. Sun up on Saturday morning at 7:22 a.m. Low pressure is now spinning up onto the western shores of Canada. It'll give Seattle some rain tomorrow, but for us, just a few high clouds moving into the Bay Area. Well, you see that on Futurecast. Tomorrow should mostly clear out by tomorrow afternoon. That'll be our best look at sunshine until we get to Monday, because Sunday is out to lunch with clouds, plenty of clouds on that day. And for the game, by the afternoon, temperatures will be in the low 60s, but it will be cloudy. Monday, we get a peek at sunshine again before more rain moves into the Bay Area on Tuesday. As far as Sunday goes, you may have heard that the 49ers are playing a football game Sunday at 3:40 p.m. The temperature about 60 degrees. So in the headlines, here's what's going to happen. Tonight, partly cloudy, areas of fog, dry for the weekend, but we will have clouds from time to time. The next chance of rain, and it's not a huge rainmaker, but it'll get wet on Tuesday. And here are the numbers. San Francisco at 55 is about 2 degrees cooler than average. It'll be nice and in the mid-50s for much of the Bay Area. Down in the South Bay at Los Altos, 55 degrees. Up at Redwood City, former home of the National Weather Service. Before it got too expensive, they had to move down to Monterey. I think I'm kidding, I'm not. 56 degrees. Well, the National Weather Service used to be in San Francisco, but it was too expensive. On the East Bay shoreline, what a funny place for the National Weather Service in Northern California, San Francisco. 54 at Pleasant Hill, Walnut Creek, 53, 54 at San Rafael. Actually, in San Rafael, 55, 56 for Santa Rosa and at Bodega Bay, 54 degrees. And finally, up at Ukiah, it skyrockets. They were in the 40s. Now it'll be 56 degrees for Saturday. Extended forecast. We've got a dry weekend on tap. We'll keep it dry through Monday before the next chance of rain moves into the Bay Area on Tuesday. And after that, not much. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we warm into the low 60s and continue dry. That's what's happening in weather. What's happening in news? Here's Veronica.
All right, Brian, thank you. Here's what you missed if you're just now getting home. President Trump adding to his impeachment defense team. It now includes Clinton prosecutor Ken Starr and Alan Dershowitz, who was part of O.J. Simpson's dream team. Before opening arguments can begin, senators must still vote on the rules for the impeachment trial. They're also expected to debate whether to allow new witnesses. This afternoon, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi addressed that issue at an event in San Francisco.
I would hope that the oath that the senators took yesterday to participate in a fair trial would insist that there be eyewitnesses and documentation, which is very important.
Standing room only crowd peppering Sonoma County leaders today about plans to relocate some 60 homeless campers from the Joe Rodota Trail to a now vacant parking lot in their Oakmont neighborhood.
They are very angry about this. They think that the city has not done their diligent work of looking for more spots.
I think there's a good effort to try to make it work. Time will tell.
While presidential candidate Michael Bloomberg was in the Bay Area today, he took a ride on BART, but he appeared to have some trouble scanning his Clipper card. After the ride, Bloomberg admitted that BART was, quote, much cleaner and more modern than New York's subway. Ken?
All right, thanks, Veronica. Coming up next, how Dodgers fans plan to get revenge on the Astros after Houston is caught cheating.
The way I see it is it's unfair the way the players were pretty much gypped.
We were not able to decontaminate ourselves for several hours after the jet fuel had saturated us.
Plus, the first lawsuit over that jet fuel dump over a Southern California school. The high-profile lawyer now fighting for teachers who were involved. And this video, just incredible. It was literally surfs up in the High Sierra. And don't forget, we are streaming now on CBS Bay Area. You can find us on KPIX.com, CBS News app, or your favorite platform.